Championship action from the 96th Annual Winchester Invitational Boys Basketball Tournament on 97.5 FM WBBA Pittsfield, Illinois, and WBBA Sports on YouTube. Good evening to you. I'm Charlie Hull, Damon Emmerich, and John Hull alongside. It's the Carnes Communication U.S. Cellular pregame show on the sports source of West Central Illinois, WBBA, and WBBA Sports on the video stream. The Western Wildcats, the Cinderella of this 96th Annual Winchester Invitational Tournament, are hoping that their dreams don't turn into a pumpkin as they take on the number 2 seeded Payson Seymour Indians. We'll talk about the matchup on the Carnes Communication U.S. Cellular pregame show following this 2-minute timeout.
Frustrated by hidden wireless fees? Get a total plan with U.S. Cellular. Unlimited data, no hidden fees. Plus, switch now for up to $650 back. Give hidden fees the boot with U.S. Cellular.
Retail installment contract, postpaid plan, phone term, net, and DP Plus require customer reimbursed for ETF or remaining device balance. Taxes and charges such as RCRF and USF apply. Unlimited speed reduced to 2 gigs after 22 gigabytes. Additional restrictions apply. See store for details.
Visit Carnes Communications, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent on East Washington Street in Pittsfield, for the best deals and service on a network that works in the middle of anywhere.
How come an insurance company thinks 15 minutes is enough time to do a good job?
How come nobody's asked me my idea of financial security? It sounds simple, but my company's never asked me.
How come my financial planner doesn't know anything about insurance?
How come no one explains financial security so that I can understand it?
Country Financial does. Most people don't know there is a company that can help prepare you for tomorrow and protect you for today. At Country Financial, we use our wide variety of tools, from auto and life insurance to retirement and education funding, to create a tangible plan that helps you achieve your idea of financial security.
How come I think this will all take care of itself?
That's one thing that won't happen. So, how come you haven't talked with a Country Financial representative yet? Just call on Country and start planning today. At Country, we always ask, what's your idea of financial security?
Contact Country Financial Agent Mick Wable or Mike Spann.
Does your business rely on a strong internet connection? How about a reliable phone system to help connect you with your customers? Well, if you answered yes to these important questions, then you need to call Cascom today. We not only offer both of these great options, but we are reliable, customizable, and offer great affordable service. At Cascom, we focus on helping you build a strong business connection with your customers. Call today at 1-800-252-1799.
Welcome back on the Carnes Communication U.S. Cellular pregame show. Carnes Communications, your local U.S. Cellular agent in Pittsfield. For all of your U.S. Cellular phone needs, stop by and see them. Located next to Subway at the corner of Washington and Jackson Street, or call 285-5400. Western's 9-6 on the season. That's right, they were right at 500 when the tournament started last Saturday, and they're now 9-6 on the year. 3 straight upsets. They beat number 1 West Central 65-53, beat Rout, the number 8 seed, 50-49 in overtime, and then beat Porta, the number 5 seed, 64-59. They'll take on number 2 Payson Seymour, who won over Calhoun 66-49 in day 1, beat Camp Point Central by 30, 64-34 in their quarterfinal, and then in the semifinal came back to beat North Green last night 60-55. Payson Seymour on the night comes in with a record of 15-1 on the season. Damon, their one loss was a 64-52 loss to West Hancock in a game back in late November at home against West Hancock, who's undefeated and state ranked in 2A. So this Payson Seymour Indians squad really has had a nice first half of the season.
Yeah, they're a very, very talented squad. They've come back, had a season last year that's not what we've been accustomed to the last 8 to 10 years of this Payson Seymour team, but they've bounced back in a positive way this year, 16-1 coming into this championship game tonight, and have a chance to win this and really carry the momentum going into the second half of the season.
Payson defeated Western back on the 21st of November, 61-49, a game that was pretty close throughout. Payson Seymour kind of pulled away at the end of that contest, so I expect to see a good one tonight. And a lot of it for Western is how will they handle Payson Seymour's pressure at the guard play, and Preston Wellman's had a really good tournament.
Yeah, Western's come out. They've been the underdog in all 3 games that they've played so far, been able to win each one of them. And you know, West Central puts a lot of pressure on them, but I'm not sure there's a team in this tournament that pressures as much in the entire game like Payson does.
The squad for Western, their opening game of the season was the loss to Payson Seymour. Then they turned around and lost by 13 to Rout. A win over Lovejoy, lost to Camp Point Central, lost to West Central 58-48. So they've avenged 2 of those losses in this tournament. They're looking to avenge a 3rd loss here. They also lost to Brown County 51-44 in overtime. But since that point, Damon, they have just 1 loss in a little stretch here of about 5 or 6 games. That was against West Hancock, who we already mentioned is a pretty darn good team in their own right. And they're really on a roll right now, looking to win the Winchester tournament. The Barry West Pike Heat won the tournament back in the mid-2000s after Barry had won it back-to-back, and then the Heat won it, but Western has never won it, as Western High School, and a 9 seed has never won the Winchester tournament. Payson Seymour last won this tournament in 2014. It's the Carnes Communication Cellular pregame show. Glad you're alongside. We're about 12 minutes away from the Star-Spangled Banner, the starting lineups, and the play-by-play of this contest between Payson, Seymour, and Western. We're back with you after this 2-minute break.
Hi, I'm Deputy Chassie Anderson with the Pike County Sheriff's Department.
And I'm Officer Jennifer Thompson with the Pittsfield City Police.
Together, we serve all of Pike County schools representing the DARE program.
The DARE program allows law enforcement, in a cooperative effort, to not only get to know the kids in our community,
but to teach them the dangers of all drugs
and the importance of understanding the consequences of destructive decisions.
Since the early 1990s, drug overdoses have been steadily increasing in America.
Most recently, this statistic is fueled by the surge in heroin use across the country.
It's hard to really grasp the lives lost to addictions, such as drug abuse or the generations that will never be.
All because someone took a substance they shouldn't, or mixed 2 drugs that can't be mixed.
Be mindful of the decisions your teenager is making.
Talk to them.
Be educated.
And don't be afraid to ask for help.
This message is brought to you by the Pike County DARE program.
Together, we can keep our kids safe.
Liberty Village, where neighbors are friends and life is carefree, simply the finest.
As we get older and wiser, we understand more completely that few choices in life are black and white. And one of the most difficult choices can be deciding when it's time for a family member to move into assisted living. Hi, this is Angela Lee from Liberty Village of Pittsfield, and that's why among our many choices here, we offer the Hawthorne Inn. Our Hawthorne Inn is perfect for those who just need a little assistance in their daily lives. It offers personalized care from a highly trained staff 24 hours a day. And while the suites and amenities are elegant, our Hawthorne Inn is affordable. So if you're worried about a family member living on their own, consider the Hawthorne Inn at Liberty Village of Pittsfield. To schedule a tour for your loved one or for more information, visit www.libertyvillageofpittsfield.com or call 217-285-5200.
Liberty Village, where neighbors are friends and life is carefree, simply the finest.
What a tournament it's been here in the 96th Annual Winchester Invitational Tournament. And Damon, 10 upsets out of 25 games. You tell me, as a banker, that's about 40%. And, the percentages then, not necessarily favoring Western for an upset, but you have to like your chances and say, hey, we're not going to be the only guy who had to pull an upset in this thing. And maybe the coaches seeded Western a little low because of how slow they started the season, at 6-6 as we talked about coming in, but they've looked pretty good. In fact, they pulled an upset in each of their first 3 games.
Well, this is a Western Wildcat squad that has a lot of talent, but credit to them. It's not like they don't come out early in the season and challenge themselves. The Saki Turkey tournament that they start the season with, they face some good competition. They come out, they're not afraid to play tougher teams, and that's good for them because coming into this tournament, they start to click, and it seems like they do that the last few years. They may not come in with the best record, but we know, talking about them coming into the tournament every year, we talk about them as being a dangerous team, and that's what they've been so far. Had 3 upset wins and looking for the 4th to complete the tournament championship tonight.
This Payson Seymour squad, and it's basically the same kids from a year ago, were 13-16 and lost to Pleasant Hill in the regional semifinal on a heartbreaker. And you can tell they've really worked hard to up their game, and that's why they've been able to really make things happen. But what we always talk about with Payson Seymour, Damon, they legitimately have 5 or 6 kids who could put up 20 points in any game they play.
Yeah, you take any one of these Payson Seymour kids and put them on another team in the area, and they're going to be one of the top 2 scorers. But what they have done is they have bought into the team over self mentality, and it's allowed them to be such a successful program, and we've seen that they've been able to continue this tradition year in and year out since Brian Ray's taken over.
They dodged a bullet in North Green, who played very well in this tournament, and Brett Berry's squad claimed the 3rd place trophy in the 3 o'clock game, 59-50 over Port AC Central. I think they have to be pretty happy with the way their tournament went.
yeah, they really clicked in that third quarter last night, carried that momentum through, and were able to pull the game out. And that's what Coach Brian Ray is going to tell his squad, though, is, look here, we were the favorite going into the game last night. North Green came out and punched us, but we took their best shot. We're able to come back and close that one out. So you've got to come out with the mentality of be the aggressor early on, try to finish Western so you don't give them the opportunity to build that confidence thinking that they can be in this game late in.
We'll take a look at some players to watch on the Carnes Communication US Cellular pregame show on the other side of this 2-minute break.
When it comes to field trial results, have you ever thought,
so what? That's not my field.
That's why we're introducing My Field Applied Research from FS, the new on-farm research and analysis tool offering ongoing insights for your farm. Going far beyond field trials, our team will come to your farm and conduct applied research on new products and practices so you can get the highest profit per acre. Ask your FS crop specialist about My Field Applied Research and discover
what's next for my field.
In agriculture, you need to work with a company that understands your business. At Compeer Financial, we work in agriculture every day. We are the leading provider of financial solutions, offering products and services specific to farmers. Our loans and leases have flexible terms, including long-term fixed interest rates designed to fit your operation. Looking to buy land, increase your storage, or need an operating line of credit? Give us a call or stop by our office at 54th and State in Quincy. At Compeer Financial, we champion the hopes and dreams of rural America.
When it comes to achieving big yields, success is in the genetics. And at LG Seeds, it's not just the genetics of our seed corn. It's the genetics of who we are. From our dealers out in the field to our scientists back in the lab. At LG Seeds, we are focused on the total success of our customers.
Find out how it works for your farm. Call Gene Myers at 653-4193 or Eric Lakin at 473-6068. RC, your soil total success.
Do you have headaches? Do you suffer from back or neck pain? If so, I'm here to help. Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Lanham. My offices are located directly across from the Dairy Ripple at 200 South Madison. To reach me, our office number is 285-6300. That's 285-6300. We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, and Saturday by appointment. My offices are located directly across from the Dairy Ripple at 200 South Madison, where we can have you pain-free in no time.
It's the Carnes Communication US Cellular pregame show. Damon, I think, you know, the guys who you hear about all the time, Voss for Payson, Seymour's a big one, Billings and Malone for the squad from Western are guys you're going to hear about, but some key guys in this tournament who've played really, really well and kind of turned it on. For Western, it's been Preston Wellman, and for Payson Seymour, it's been Travis Johnson. Both of those guys have had some really good individual performances in this tournament.
Well, the team that are going to go the farthest, whether it be the tournament like this or the postseason, they're going to have a few role players step up and really contribute. You obviously know going in on a scouting report who the main guys each team is going to key in on, but the role players are going to have to step up. When they do, it takes some of the pressure off of your main players, but what it also does is these other guys, your main players, are then not going to be the sole focus, so it allows them to create more. So like you said, Wellman comes out, has a great tournament. What that does, gives him confidence going into the second half of the season, but it also gives the other players on the team confidence knowing, well, somebody else has stepped up, now I've got the chance to do it as well.
For the squad from Western, they're going to be without Eric Highwood, the freshman, who's a role player for them, not a huge scorer, but obviously it takes a guy to that rotation, which means somebody will have to play a little longer and make sure they stay out of foul trouble for sure. For Payson Seymour, Brian Ray's not afraid to go about 10 deep.
Coach Brian Ray will run guys in and out quite often, but he likes to do that because he wants to play 3 quarters to full court pressure all night long, and he wants his guys to get out and run on the offensive end. As soon as they get the rebound or the ball goes through the hoop, he wants them pushing because he knows it's easier to score if you don't allow the defense to get set up.
Nice crowd on hand here at the Winchester Grade School Gymnasium, and we've seen big crowds, and you know, Payson Seymour's been in this situation a lot more recently than this Western squad has, but it's been a while for Payson as well. You know, 4 years ago was the last time they won this thing, and that's for a program that's had pretty good success. So I think that goes to show you the type of a tournament this usually is year in and year out.
Yeah, Payson Seymour's come in and been the favorite or seated higher a few years, but it's so easy to get tripped up in this tournament, as evidenced by the first game of this tournament this year, where the #1 seed West Central Cougars, who came into the tournament undefeated, went down at the hands of these Western Wildcats, who were the number 9 seed and only a 500 ball club coming in. That just shows you the parity that you have, and the tournament gets seeded about a month before it actually gets started. So teams early on that maybe are just starting to try to get things together, by the time this tournament rolls around, that's when they're clicking on all cylinders.
You take a look at the coaches in this. Brian Ray has some years on Curtis Stout, and actually he was Curtis Stout's high school coach for a couple of years, and that makes it a little more of a special matchup as well.
Yeah, I think they know what they're going to run. I think they each have an idea of what the other system is going to do, but they had to travel to Winchester to play each other, but I'm sure they'll take this any chance they can get, and it's a good opportunity to be in front of a packed house here, and you know it's going to be loud, and this is the 4th game we've had today, and this is the 4th time the gym has been sold out.
Broadcast tonight brought to you in part by the Comfort Man at Scranton Heating and Cooling of Mount Sterling. They'll install Trane and Mitsubishi equipment and service all geothermals, furnaces, air conditioners, heat pump, and ductless mini split systems. Call the Comfort Man 217-773-2626 or visit them on the web at www.comfortman.com. The top 6 finishers last year, Damon. Triopia won it. The runner-up was West Central. Porta finished 3rd. North Green finished 4th. Route was 5th, and Western finished 6th, with Camp Point Central winning the consolation championship over Payson Seymour. When you look at those teams, you know, Payson and Western obviously are here. North Green had a good tournament. Porta had a pretty good run in the tournament as well. Triopia finished 2-2, as did West Central. So it's amazing how much things can change in a year to year. And really, while it's big to play well in this tournament, and everybody wants to play well in any tournament they're in, it definitely does not have to be a defining thing one way or the other for your season.
Yeah, the big thing is you're just getting competition playing against good teams. This is the time of year, though, where squads are battling illness. As you mentioned, Eric Hively out tonight for Western. So you've got to learn how to fight through adversity so that you're ready come postseason.
We'll tip it off after this timeout on the Cards Communication U.S. Sailor pregame show, the championship of the 96th annual Winchester Invitational Tournament. Western, Payson, your way next.
It's never too late to plan, and Eagle One Investments can help. My name is Chris Little, and I can answer questions you may have about investing your money. Through Securities America Incorporated, Eagle One Investments offers a diversified and comprehensive list of quality products and services. So call me, Chris Little, at 285-1800 for a free consultation.
Securities offered through Securities America Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Christopher Little, registered representative. Advisory services offered through Securities America Advisors. Eagle One Investments and Securities America are unaffiliated.
Jill Cook, physical therapist and newest member of the Advanced Physical Therapy Pittsfield team.
I'm excited to join Lorraine in offering my skill set to the Pittsfield area. I'm happy to work with the area's providers to help bring you the best physical therapy and healthcare possible. We work for and with our patients to get them back to the game of life.
Advanced Physical Therapy, a partner of Illini Hospital located at 128 West Washington. Advance is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. It is their mission and their passion to help you advance.
Central State Bank has all the latest technology as well as old-fashioned and neighborly service. Do your banking either way you wish. Our interest in our customers is long-term, compounded annually, and appreciated daily. You're not just a name or number to us, you're a part of our family. We care about you and your family, and if we can help you and yours to fulfill your dreams and goals, we will. We are friends doing business with friends. Keep Central State Bank central to your banking needs. Visit us in Quincy, Clayton, Pleasant Hill, or Kinderhook. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Pikeland Motors offers you 2 locations to better serve you. Find a great selection of quality used vehicles at 804 West Washington. Or for new car sales and service, visit Pittsfield Square. Pikeland Motors has a full-service body shop. ASC certified mechanics that can work on all makes and models. They offer 24-hour towing, free estimates, and a free loaner car while your vehicle's in the shop. When it comes to your next vehicle purchase, buying local keeps your tax dollars right here at home. Pikeland Motors, your local Buick GMC dealer. Call 285-2196 on the web at pikelandmotors.com.
This is Ed Logan of Logan Agri-Service. We think we're the best retailer for seed, chemicals, fertilizer, and petroleum products, but sometimes we have to ask for another opinion. My grandson, Fletcher Davis, is with me today, and we'll ask him. Fletcher, who is the best ag retailer around?
You are, Grampy.
Now, there's the answer from a totally unbiased source. Logan Agri-Service, serving agriculture since 1962. Good job, buddy.
Thanks, Grampy.
Starting lineups for this championship game brought to you by Service Master Cleaning and Restoration, your experts on fire, water, and mold remediation. specializing in carpet, upholstery, tile, grout, and duct cleaning. Restore your peace of mind with Service Master. Call them at 877-339-0333 or visit them on the web at yellowrestored.com. And now, with your starting lineups and play-by-play, here's Charlie Hall.
The Payson Seymour Indians, Brian Ray, their head coach, assisted by Cody Ash and Timothy Southers, are 15-1 on the season, and their lineup looks like this. At a guard, a 5'10 senior, Lance Luce. At another guard, a 5'11 sophomore, Lucas Luce. And at the third guard, a 6' junior, Tanner Kennedy. Out of forward, a 6'2" senior, Travis Johnson. And at the other forward, the 6'5" senior, Trevor Voss. Voss, Johnson, Kennedy, Lance, and Lucas Luce for the Seymour Indians. For the Western Wildcats, Curtis Stout, their head coach, 9-6 on the season. Their lineup looks like this. At a guard, a 6' senior, Jacob Gertz. At another guard is the 6' senior, Dalton Malone. And at the third guard is the 5'9 sophomore, Preston Wellman. At a forward, he's a 6'1 sophomore, Kyle Callgrove, and at the other forward, the 6'3 senior, Easton Billings. Billings, Callgrove, Malone, Wellman, and Gertz for the 9-6 Western Wildcats. Tip-off tonight brought to you by Plum Creek Golf Course and Clubhouse just off of Interstate 72 in Winchester. A special for brand new members going on right now. A single membership for $375 and a junior membership for 8 to 17-year-olds for $200. Play all you want at beautiful Plum Creek. Contact Sean Williams, 742-9018. Payson Seymour, the visiting blue uniforms with the white numbers and black trim. Westerns in the home whites tonight with the red numbers and gray trim. Voss will jump into the center circle for Payson Seymour. Billings for Western. It's the championship game of the 96th annual Winchester Invitational Tournament. Tim Crummoney, the referee, steps into the center circle. Bounces it a couple of times. The tip is up and controlled by, well, nobody so far. It's still loose out there. Body's on the floor after. What happens if you have a tie-up at this point, which is what we're going to have?
You re-jump it.
And they're going to re-jump. It's going to about have to. They're going to say nobody had possession, so they will call a jump ball and re-jump it. Will it be those two guys who are tied up?
I think that's who it should be.
But they will say
they got to figure
it's a jump ball. Yep, between the two guys who are in the jump ball. So it
should be Dalton Malone,
or Callgrove and Johnson.
I'm pretty sure it was Malone.
They tried to get Callgrove in there. So it's the two guys who are tied up, Johnson and Malone. You don't see
Brian Ray saying it was Voss.
You don't see this much, do you? 7:51 to play in the first quarter. Nobody ever established possession, and then there was a tie-up, so they'll jump between these two, and that's controlled by Payson Seymour.
We had a 9-second scrum to start the game.
Into the front court, Lance Luce with the ball. Between the circles, Lucas Luce against the man-to-man of Western. Turnaround shot, Voss from the free throw line, too hard. Rebound tip comes down to Kennedy, but it's stolen away by Gertz. Larceny on the one end, layup on the other is good, and Western out to a 2-0 advantage in the early going. 7:30 to play in the first quarter on the Wakecool Collision Center scoreboard. Lucas Luce with the basketball into the front court, finds Kennedy. Kennedy will take a single bounce, go out to Lance Luce. Left side over to Lucas Luce, now to Voss out front. An early advantage for Western. They're the 9 seed. A 9 seed's never won the Winchester tournament in 95 years prior to this one. Could it happen tonight? Right side, Kennedy for a 3, no good. Rebound, Billings hawks it down for the Wildcats. Off to Wellman. A minute into this one, 2-0 Western the advantage. Malone just inside the arc is short. Trevor Voss grabs the rebound for Payson Seymour. He'll turn and take it into the front court. Works off of the screen. Dribble drive inside. Caught there. Ball tipped. Goes right into the hands of Lance Luce on the left side. Free throw line, Kennedy. Bounce pass down low. Johnson had to gather, scoop, and score. And we're tied at 2. 2-all. A minute and a half into this one. Callgrove with the ball for Western. He will pull up for a shot at the free throw line. No good. And the rebound down to Johnson, his second. Western really has not established a half-court offensive set yet. Payson Seymour will set it up and look for a lead. Voss with the ball at the free throw line, shovels it out to Luce, to Kennedy. Left side, Lance Luce now. Looks down low, skip pass, stolen away. Turnover number 2 by Payson Seymour as Callgrove got the steal. To Wellman, who's really played well in this tournament. Top of the key, Gertz. Right side, Callgrove from 15, good. Kyle Callgrove with his first 2. 4-2 Wildcats, 5:58 to play in the first quarter. Into the front court with it is Kennedy. Out top, Lance Luce. I'd say the crowd is maybe 2-1 Western fans. Damon, what do you think? Out top,
be close.
Voss for a 3, and it's good. And the Wildcats now find themselves down by 1, 5-4, as Trevor Voss with a big shot for Payson Seymour here in the first quarter. Right side, Billings with the ball behind the arc in the front court. He will work it out between the circles to Colgrove. Left wing, Gertz. 3 seniors and 2 sophomores in the starting lineup for Western, as it has been most of the season. Out front, Colgrove gets the ball to Billings. Thought about the 3, now drives, kicks it out to Colgrove. He'll put up a jump shot. High archer, no good. Rebound, they're going to call Malone on the push.
That'll be Dalton Malone's first foul of the ball game against the Wildcats. In the early going, Payson Seymour has a 5-4 lead, as on the previous possession, Trevor Voss hit a 3 to give the Indians their first lead of the ball game.
Lucas Luce will bring it into the front court to Kennedy. Out front, Lance Luce. Holds it there, looks left side to Voss. Voss is 6'5" and a senior. And is a guy who's not a huge back-to-the-basket type of player. He really likes to play that mid-range game. Here's Kennedy going to fire a 3, and it's good. Back-to-back threes by Payson Seymour. An 8-4 advantage for the Indians. 4:50 to play in the first quarter on the Way Cool scoreboard. Their largest lead of the contest right now. How will Western respond? Against Payson Seymour, that first 4 minutes is always key. Left side, Wellman in the corner, works it out to Gertz. Gertz looks down on the block, can't get it in there, has to go to Malone. Now right side over to Colgrove. A single bounce, top of the key, Wellman works off of the screen, gets inside the arc, has to kick it back out to Malone. At the 4:25 mark, they get it to Gertz for a deep 3. Good, Jacob Gertz, and they've been looking for his offense to come alive here for a while. He's got 5 of the team's 7. It cuts the lead to 1. Travis Johnson with the ball deep in the corner to Kennedy. Same spot. Missed it this time. Rebound Johnson. Put back, won't fall. He got it again. Put it up. Can't get it to go. Rebound to Voss, and it's good for Payson Seymour finally. Second, third, and fourth chance opportunities there. Now Wellman has the ball stolen away. Turnover against Western there first. Voss coast to coast. Shot up no good. A lot of contact, no call. And the rebound down to Malone. 10-7 Payson Seymour. 3:45 to play in the first. Gertz coast to coast off the window and in. He's hot in the early going. Has 7. 7 of his team's 9. Cuts it down to a 1-point Indians advantage again. 3:35 to play in the first quarter. Kennedy with it right wing. To Voss. Skip pass out top. Lucas Luce on the right side to Kennedy. Free throw line Voss. Little inside out game down to Johnson. He gets a good look and scores again.
Johnson's got 4. His team's lead is back out to 3, 12-9 as we approach the 3:10 mark of the first quarter.
He kind of was kind of like the professor in Marianne in the first couple of the years at Gilligan's Island last year. Was one of the rest. They're really starting to look for him. Now here's Billings. Lowered the shoulder, and he and Voss collide, and they'll call Voss for the block.
That'll be Trevor Voss' first foul against the Indians at the 3:06 mark of quarter number 1.
Inbounds pass here for Western underneath their own hoop, right below the Van Shell into this gymnasium at the Winchester Elementary School. Pass will go all the way in the backcourt for Gertz to go track down. 3 minutes to play in the quarter. Payson a 12-9 lead. Billings for a 3 in the tie, and it's good. And we're tied at 12. Billings with his first 3. Second tie of the contest. We are tied at 2 and now at 12. 2:49 to play first quarter. Luce to Voss, going to try the answer from downtown, and it's good. Trevor Voss with a triple. He's got 8 of his team's 15. 15-12 Indians. 2:37 to play first quarter. Gertz with the basketball in the corner to Billings. With Voss guarding him, tough to get a shot off there. Out top to Wellman. Wellman puts it on the floor, finds Billings back out front. Has the high hand in his face to Gertz for a 3, and from downtown, Gertz with the tray. We're tied at 15. He's got 10 with 2:17 to play in the first. He has been cold throughout this tournament. And right now, he's really hot for Western. So's Voss. He's got it for the Seymour Indians. Pulls it out top to Kennedy. Dribble drive inside. Dishes down low to Johnson. Blocked out of bounds by Malone. It'll stay with Payson Seymour underneath their own hoop.
Fast-paced action early on. These guys are a little bit winded 6 minutes into the game, but they've been going full court. Haven't had a lot of whistles in this one so far.
They were both out about 45 minutes prior to the game, going through some warm-up drills. They were ready to go. Right side, Lance Luce with the basketball. He'll spin away from the defender, get free for a moment, dish it out left side. Voss fakes now, drives, going up for the layup. It's no good. A rebound tip, then Billings grabs the board for Western. His second. A chance for the Wildcats to retake the advantage. Malone gets the ball out top from Wellman. He'll work it to Colgrove, right side Billings. Billings will put it on the floor now against Voss. Drives in, floater up, blocked by Voss. Rebound to Luce. Tied up. Ooh, no, they'll call Gertz for a reach-in foul instead.
Foul will be Jacob Gertz first. Second foul of the first quarter against the Wildcats. 1:27 to play here in the first quarter. All knotted up at 15. It'll be Indians basketball as we are tied for the third time in this one. We've been tied at 2, 12, and now 15.
Lance Luce with the ball to Voss, left wing. Holds it about 23 feet away from the basket. Goes between the circles to Johnson as they spread the floor to the blue-clad Indians. Down to Johnson from Kennedy. Ooh, missed the open runner, and the rebound comes down to Malone, his second. A good chance for Payson Seymour to retake the advantage. A minute to play in the first quarter. Western on the attack now. Gertz, left wing Wellman, left alone for three. Good, and a foul called against Johnson, so it will be Western ball out of bounds underneath. Count the basket. And then Johnson called for the foul.
That's Johnson's first, team foul number 2 against the Indians. So it sends Preston Wellman to the line. Actually, it'll be ball out of bounds underneath. So Wildcats with their largest lead at 3, and now a chance to add to it if they can score on this possession.
Yeah, the foul was underneath the basket, away from the shot. So they get the three-pointer and a chance to score again here. Malone with the basketball. Western's hot from downtown, 4 for 4 in the first quarter from 3. Wellman with it out top, 40 seconds to play in the first. They work it down low, denied there by Kennedy. Out of bounds underneath their own hoop again to Western, and the referee will step in and kind of have a word between Boss and Billings as they're fighting hard for position. Inbounds comes to Colgrove, out top to Gertz, who's had a nice first quarter. Right side to Malone. Works off the dribble and gets called for an offensive foul.
That's Malone's second, third foul against the Wildcats, and that's their second turnover. So we're going to see our first substitution of the game. Coming in for the Wildcats is Tristan Rube. On the other side, Cole Schwartz is going to check in for the Wildcats as Lance Luce is going to take a seat. And we've got the first Oscar nomination of the night on that offensive foul there.
And he really did a nice job drawing it. Now with Schwartz out there for Payson, another guy on the perimeter. Here's Voss going to fire a three, no good. Rebound tipped out, though, by Lucas Luce and saves the possession. 17 seconds to play in the quarter. Lucas Luce, wide open, three, no good from the corner. And on the rebound, Travis Johnson shoved off again, and he'll be called for it.
Johnson's second, third foul against the Indians. So Johnson's going to go to the bench as Lance Luce will check back in as Johnson has those 2 fouls.
12.4 seconds to play in the quarter. 18-15 Western with the advantage and the basketball. They will also get the ball to start the second quarter, barring a tie for the next 9 seconds. So a chance to build a lead here. Wellman with the basketball. To Colgrove right side with 3. Down low Billings, but a foul going to be called on a hold against Lance Luce. So it'll be underneath here.
Lance Luce first, team foul number 4. That foul right there prevented a wide open layup for the Wildcats. 2.5 seconds to play.
Now they'll talk to Luce and Colgrove. They both had their arms out wide. I don't know that there's really anything going on there that I saw. Did you?
Well, consider the source.
Inbounds pass into Colgrove. Goes down with it. Floater up at the buzzer. Is good as Colgrove beats the buzzer. And it's 20-15. Western on top of Payson Seymour. Back with second quarter play-by-play in 1 minute.
People are still making the switch to local banks. And what about you? If you still depend on an oversized corporate bank to care about you and your needs, it's time to learn the community bank difference. Let Farmers National Bank of Grigsville tell you what it's like to have friends and neighbors taking care of your money. Find us on the web at www.fnbgrigsville.com or contact us at 217-833-2329. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Do you ever think about your banker? Probably not, because everyone is busy these days. Wouldn't it be nice to know that your banker is thinking about you? Rest assured, the First National Bank of Barry is always thinking of our customers and how we can better serve them. This is Tony Smith. Please feel free to stop by my office at 525 West Washington Street or call me at 217-922-0244. Today, tomorrow, together.
The First National Bank of Barry, your hometown bank, member FDIC and equal housing lender.
After one quarter of play, Western leads Payson Seymour 20-15. In the first quarter, Payson Seymour 6 of 17 from the field for 35%. Western 8 of 12 for 67%, including 4 of 4 from behind the three-point line.
20-15, Western on top, looking to add to the lead here. Instead, they'll turn it over. Turnover number 3 as Kennedy stole it away. DeVos into the front court on the run out. Drives in, ball tipped and stolen away by Wellman. Rube shovels it to Colgrove. Turnover number 3 by Payson Seymour. Western has Wellman, Colgrove, Billings, Rube, and the fifth man, Gertz, who had the hot hand in the first quarter. Here's Wellman. Tough turnaround shot. Forced it won't go, but he'll get his own rebound. Works it out top to Gertz. Took his eye off of it for a moment. Now puts it on the deck again. Drives inside. Runner up blocked by Schwartz. Into the front court. Lance Luce all alone at the other end and in for 2. Luce has his first basket of the game and makes it a 20-17 score. Payson's cut it down to a 3-point game. 7:09 to play in the first half on the Way Cool Collision Center scoreboard. Standing room only here at the Winchester Elementary School. Right side, Rube. Works it to Gertz. Looking down low. Lob pass. They're going to try to lob over Voss, and he says not today. 4th turnover. Into the front court. Voss on the drive inside. Pull-up shot up under and no good. Rebound touched by Gertz and out of bounds. It'll be with Payson Seymour underneath their own hoop.
Checking in for the first time in this one will be Christian Ward as well as Tristan Brown for Payson Seymour. Lance and Lucas Luce both take a seat for the Indians.
Inbounds pass comes into Voss. Got it caught on the hip and is fouled on the floor.
I think they might get Rube on that one. Yep, Tristan Rubes whistled for his first, 4th team foul against the Wildcats. Kennedy to inbound for Payson Seymour.
Gets it out front to Schwartz, and a foul called away from the ball, or from across the court.
From the baseline. Official comes in to call the offensive foul against Tristan Brown, so that's Brown's first. 5th team foul against Payson Seymour, and the 4th turnover.
6:46 to play in the first half. 20-17, the advantage for Western. Out top, Rube with the ball for the Wildcats. Bounces it to Gertz. It goes to Colgrove on a dangerous pass. Back out to Gertz. Now right side with it is Billings. Top of the key to Rube. 6:30 to play in the half. 20-17, the advantage for Western. Billings going to put it on the floor. Gets free for a moment. Now is caught into a double team. Hands it off to Gertz. A lot of good defense being played right here by both teams. Wellman with the ball deep in the corner right side against Schwartz. A pair of fantastic sophomores there. Off to Colgrove. Top of the key, Gertz. Gertz with a dribble drive. Looks back door to Rube. Rube will do the ball fake and drive, and now is called for traveling. A turnover on Western.
That's their 5th.
Here comes Matt Schover into the game. Rube will sit down. 6 minutes, 4 seconds left in the half. 20-17, Western with the lead. Payson with the basketball. Kennedy into the front court, left side, Christian Ward. He and Tristan Brown, they kind of travel in a pair most times. Right side, Schwartz. He will work it off to Voss. Into the corner, it goes to Kennedy. Out between the circles, Brown. 5:45 to play in the half. To Kennedy. Thought about the 3. Now he'll work it back out front to Voss. To Kennedy in the corner. Kennedy will put it on the floor. Works away for the double team. Finds Voss right side with Wellman guarding him. Voss could try to maybe back him in. Instead out to Brown. Kennedy, left side, Schwartz. Good luck 3 on the way. Too hard. Voss with the offensive rebound. Goes back at it and is fouled by Wellman.
Wellman's whistled for his first. That is the 5th team foul against Western. Both teams with 5 fouls apiece. 5:25 to play, first half action. Western with the lead, 20-17. Payson Seymour to inbound.
Schwartz on the inbounds. 3 ball on the way. Good, and we're tied. Cole Schwartz, the 3-point specialist with a tray. And we're knotted at 20. 4th tie of the game. 5:14 to play in the half on the Way Cool Collision Center scoreboard. 285-1231 for Way Cool. Here's the ball in between the hands of Schwartz and Ward, and they'll say Ward touched it last, and it will stay with Western on the sideline in the front court. Wildcats need somebody to inbound it, and that someone will be Matt Schover. Schover, the senior, hadn't played in a couple of years. Looking to get it in. He'll throw it into the backcourt to Gertz. Gertz will try the dribble against Ward. Leaves it off to Schover. Schover around the perimeter with the dribble. Has picked it up. Needs some help. Looks for an opening. Gets it off to Wellman. Wellman will work it right side. Billings thought about launching the 3. Now he will fake, and Ward will run into him. If he'd have gone up, that would have been a 3-point free throw attempt. Out top, Gertz for another three. Too hard, rebound loose, and they'll call a foul on Gertz as they were kind of hand fighting for the ball.
There's no need to blow the whistle right after the play to get the ball. Gertz the second, team foul number 6. Gertz is going to go to the bench with those 2 fouls, as checking in will be Nick Howell. Howell is the 5'8" senior. So it's all knotted at 20 at 4:35 to play here in the first half. But Western's leading scorer tonight, Jacob Gertz, just went to the bench with 2 fouls.
Out top, Kennedy has the basketball for Payson Seymour. Right wing to Schwartz. Schwartz will try the dribble drive inside. Pull-up shot, no good. Rebound, Kennedy might have been over the back. Here it's all tipped out to Voss. He'll try a 3, no good. Schwartz with an offensive board to Kennedy, fakes the 3, drives inside, gets to the rim, runner-up, no good. Rebound, Voss puts it back up and in. Voss has another 2. 5 on the night now for Voss. Check that, 10 for Voss. And it's a 22-20 lead for Payson Seymour. And now we'll have a foul called. They ball out of bounds on the sideline.
That'll be 1 and bonus as Schwartz has whistled for his first. Oh, just the 6th foul.
Somebody got a new whistle for Christmas. 4:03 to play in the half. 22-20 the advantage for Payson Seymour. Western ball underneath their own hoop. Inbounds comes to Nick Howell, who's into the game for the first time. Over on the left side to Shover. Back to Howell. Those two being asked to play some big minutes right here. To Wellman out front. 3:50 to play in the second quarter. Shover, Billings. Works against Kennedy. Behind the back. Shot up is good by Billings. He doesn't need much room to get the shot off. He's got 5. Game tied at 22. 6th tie. 3:35 to play in the second quarter. Right side with it is Voss. Drives in, shot no good. Rebound secured by Colgrove. To Howell, now Wellman will bring it up. 3:20 left in the first quarter, 22 all. Here's Colgrove with it out between the circles. Looks for an opening, throws it out front to Shover. Shover with the basketball, hands it to Billings. Billings will work it deep into the corner off to Colgrove with a couple of bounces, clears it out front to Wellman. 3 minutes to play in the second quarter. Preston Wellman, the sophomore point guard. Look out in the front row over there. You might catch one of the schnoz on the 5 count. To Howell. Out top of the key, Colgrove with it. He faked the pull-up shot, gets it to Billings for the 3. In and out, won't go. Rebound to Kennedy. Into the front court, Voss. A step and a layup. 24-22, Payson Seymour. Voss with 12. And does anybody see the floor as well as Tanner Kennedy? He really knows how to distribute. Now here's Wellman on a pull-up jump shot, no good. Billings went up for a board, and the board is secured by Payson Seymour. Voss drives in against Wellman, and a blocking foul call. Count the basket, and 1 here.
Man on the floor for Western about took a punch to the face as they
emphasized down there.
Emphasized the made shot as Wellman's whistled for his 2nd foul for the Wildcats, the 7th team foul against Western, and Payson has tied their largest lead of the night at 4 as Trevor Voss goes to the line to shoot the 1 and bonus. This will be the first free throw attempt of the evening for either team. Payson leading 26-22, 2:22 to play, first half action. And Voss has the basketball now, the senior for Payson. The 6'5" senior's free throw attempt is on the way. It's off to the right, no good. Shover with the rebound for the Wildcats. That's his first.
Wellman will bring it up, 2:15 to play second quarter. Western now down by 4. Wellman with the ball on the bounce, goes out top, Colgrove to Shover left wing. Shover a single bounce, he'll give it off to Billings. Billings turns and faces, gets open for a moment, shot up and good again from 17. He's got another 2, and now we'll have a whistle and a timeout called by Western. We'll pause as well. 1:59 to play in the half. 26-24, the lead for Payson. Back in 30 seconds.
As a mom or dad, your life is busy enough. You've got kids to get ready, get them to school, go to work, pick them up from school, take them to dance, basketball, the movies, the list goes on and on. What you don't have time for? Being sick. That's where Illini Express comes in. We offer walk-in medical care with short wait times at times that work into your busy life. Open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. on the south side of the Pittsfield Square. Illini Express will get you in, examined by one of our great providers, and then on your way to good health. Illini Express for those people who just don't have time to to be sick.
1:59 to play in the half. 26-24 is the lead for Payson Seymour on top of Western. Length of the court to go here for the squad from Payson Seymour after the timeout by Western. And I think Curtis Stout recognized that Billings, Wellman, and Colgrove need a little breather. In fact, Wellman's gone to the bench during the timeout.
Yeah, Tristan Rube checked back in, but Wellman does have those 2 fouls. Don't want him to pick up a third the last 2 minutes of the first half.
So this isn't necessarily the strongest offensive team they could put on the floor for Western, but they're looking to shut down Payson Seymour's offense themselves. Here's a ball that might have been saved in on the baseline by one of the cheerleaders. Voss out to Kennedy. Thought about the three. Now he'll put it on the floor. Trying to back down Howell. Out front to Robert Miller, who's checked in for the first time for Payson Seymour. Right side Schwartz. They ran him off the three-point line. He'll work it out top to Luce. 1:20 to play in the half. Schwartz now for a deep three, and he rattles it home. Cole Schwartz with the tray, and it's a 5-point advantage for Payson Seymour. 1:10 to play in the half. Their largest of the contest right now on the Way Cool scoreboard. Billings is the biggest offensive threat. You've got to know that right now if you're Payson Seymour and not let him score. Schober with it right side. He'll try the drive in, leave it out to Billings behind the perimeter. 55 seconds to play in the half. Billings has picked it up. Top of the key, Schober. Works it off to Colgrove with 48 seconds remaining. Billings to Schober. Left wing three, no good. A rebound on the offensive side, though, to Billings. He'll back in against Voss. Pull it back out. On the left wing, that's Howell. 38 ticks to play in the half. To Colgrove. He wants to get a shot up and now has it just stolen away. Into the front court, Voss on the run out, and the layup is good. Trevor Voss another two, and it's 31-24 Payson Seymour. A 7-point advantage here just before half. 22 seconds to play in the quarter. When Payson can get in transition, they are tough for sure. Schober with it to Rube. Rube puts up a 15-footer with 10 seconds left on the clock. Rebound down to Voss. He'll take it into the front court to Kennedy. Stolen away by Rube with the steal. Behind the back on the dribble. 4, 3, 2, top of the key. They won't get a shot up. Didn't know how much time was left, and we've reached halftime. 31-24 Payson Seymour leads Western. We're back with halftime stats and more on the Pike County Lumber Company halftime show in 2 minutes.
Now is the time to buy new windows for your home. Beautiful Temco windows and doors are available through Pike County Lumber Company in Pittsfield. Whether you need double hung, bay windows, or patio doors, we have them all, plus more. Temco custom manufactures each quality window to fit your home. So call Pike County Lumber Company at 285-6115 to place your order today. That's Pike County Lumber Company on West Washington and Pittsfield, 285-6115.
I'm the neighbor with the orange tractor. I mow, I grow, and care for this place I call home. I'm always on the move, getting work done, because I want to be the best version of me. Right now, get a Kubota L-Series tractor and take advantage of low-rate, long-term financing. This is why I do it. Kubota.
Visit your local Kubota dealer, Beard Implement Company, located on US 54, just west of Pittsfield.
If you've had an accident with your vehicle, you know it's not cool. But getting your vehicle repaired can be way cool when you take it to Way Cool Auto Body at 826 North Jackson in Pittsfield. The Way Cool guys will get your vehicle repaired and back on the road. You'll drive away saying, that was way cool. Way Cool Auto Body. Call them for all of your auto body repair needs at 285-1231. That's 285-1231, or stop by 826 North Jackson in Pittsfield.
It's the place there's no place else like. Home. It's the circle of chairs around your fire pit, where all the do you remembers get passed around like bowls of ice cream. It's bacon and eggs in the skillet, crackling along with the laughter.
At Shelter Insurance, we don't just insure your home, we insure all the memories that live inside it. Ask your agent for details. Shelter Insurance. We're your shield. We're your shelter.
You can save when you insure both your home and auto with Shelter. Call Janice Richard for details.
County Lumber Company halftime show, 31-24, the advantage for Payson Seymour over Western here at the halftime break. Halftime stats brought to you in part by Aaron Milliken, your local Whitetail Properties real estate land specialist. If you're thinking of buying or selling a piece of land, contact Aaron Milliken to help you. WhitetailProperties.com or 217-440-0353 to learn how Aaron Milliken can make your dreams a reality.
After one half of play, Payson Seymour leads Western 31-24. Western had the lead after one quarter, 20-15. Only scored 4 points in that second quarter as they were outscored 16-4. 6 turnovers in the first half for the Western Wildcats, 5 turnovers for the Seymour Indians, 3 lead changes, and 5 ties. We were knotted up at 2, 12, 15, 20, and 22. Western in this one is led by as many as 3. Payson Seymour has led by 7. Fouling situation for the Wildcats, 2 fouls on Jacob Gertz and Dalton Malone, as well as for Preston Wellman. For the Seymour Indians, Travis Johnson is the only player with 2 fouls. As at the half, Payson Seymour leads Western 31-24. Back after these with the rest of your first half stats.
Out with the old, even though it's new at Heaton Chevrolet Artie Cat right now. Kathy Osment, sales lady extraordinaire, Peter Heaton, the old guy, are ready to get the best deals on remaining 2017s for you. The push is to move the 2017s out, and to do this, Chevrolet has employee pricing again on select models like Tahoes and Silverados. The second program is 20% off select cars like Malibus and Cruises. All at Heaton Chevrolet Artie Cat, minutes away from high prices in Pittsfield. Call 217-285-2189.
The postgame show brought to you by Refreshment Services Pepsi. Stop by your favorite retailer on the way home from the game, work, or school for an ice-cold Pepsi product. Can athletes refuel with a bottle of Gatorade? Is it in you? You know the score on the scoreboard postgame show on WBBA and on your school scoreboard because Refreshment Services Pepsi has teamed with most area schools to provide them. Refreshment Services Pepsi, offering you great choices at your local retailer and the sponsor of the postgame show.
How come an insurance company thinks 15 minutes is enough time to do a good job?
How come nobody's asked me my idea of financial security? It sounds simple, but my company's never asked me.
How come my financial planner doesn't know anything about insurance?
How come no one explains financial security so that I can understand it?
Country Financial does. Most people don't know there is a company that can help prepare you for tomorrow and protect you for today. At Country Financial, we use our wide variety of tools, from auto and life insurance to retirement and education funding, to create a tangible plan that helps you achieve your idea of financial security.
How come I think this will all take care of itself?
That's one thing that won't happen. So, how come you haven't talked with a Country Financial representative yet? Just call on Country and start planning today. At Country, we always ask, what's your idea of financial security?
Contact Country Financial Agent Mick Wable or Mike Spann.
Back at the half on the Pike County Lumber Company halftime show, the championship game of the 96th Annual Winchester Invitational Tournament. We're at the half. Payson Seymour's leading the Western Wildcats 31-24. Taking a look at shooting percentages from the first half. First off, for the Western Wildcats, they were 6 of 13 from the 2, 4 of 7 from behind the line, 0 of 3 in that second quarter. Total of 10 of 20 from the field for 50%, and Payson Seymour was 8 of 20 from the field, from the 2 that is, 5 of 11 from the 3, 13 of 31 for 42%, and Payson Seymour is the only team to attempt a free throw. They were 0 for 1. Individual scoring in the first half for Western. Preston Wellman with 3 points, 4 for Kyle Colgrove, 7 points for Easton Billings, and leading the way in the first half for the Wildcats was Jacob Gertz with 10 points. For Payson Seymour, they were led in scoring by Trevor Voss with 16 points. Also in the scoring column for the Indians in the first half was Lance Luce with 2, Tanner Kennedy with 3 points, Cole Schwartz with 6, and Travis Johnson with 4 points.
Halftime stats brought to you in part by CarQuest of Barrie. They offer overnight delivery on most parts, turning drums and rotors, and they do custom hydraulic hoses. CarQuest of Barrie, serving the world in motion, 335-2365. And also by Pike County Concrete and LSSG Trucking and 3D Leasing. For concrete for your next job or project, 285-5548. And for trucking services, 285-2808. 31-24, Payson Seymour with the advantage over Western here at the halftime break. We'll pause for a 2-minute timeout on the Pike County Lumber Company halftime show. We're back with you after this.
Frustrated by hidden wireless fees? Get a total plan with U.S. Cellular. Unlimited data, no hidden fees. Plus, switch now for up to $650 back. Give hidden fees the boot with U.S. Cellular.
Retail installment contract, postpaid plan, phone turn-in, and DT Plus require customer reimbursed for ETF or remaining device balance. Taxes and charges such as RCRF and USF apply. Unlimited speed reduced to 2 gigs after 22 gigabytes. Additional restrictions apply. See store for details.
Visit Carnes Communications, your local U.S. Cellular authorized agent on East Washington Street in Pittsfield, for the best deals and service on a network that works in the middle of anywhere.
Does your business rely on a strong internet connection? How about a reliable phone system to help connect you with your customers? Well, if you answered yes to these important questions, then you need to call Cascom today. We not only offer both of these great options, but we are reliable, customizable, and offer great affordable service. At Cascom, we focus on helping you build a strong business connection with your customers. Call today at 1-800-252-1799.
Hi, I'm Deputy Chassie Anderson with the Pike County Sheriff's Department.
And I'm Officer Jennifer Thompson with the Pittsfield City Police.
Together, we serve all of Pike County schools representing the DARE program.
The DARE program allows law enforcement, in a cooperative effort, to not only get to know the kids in our community,
but to teach them the dangers of all drugs
and the importance of understanding the consequences of destructive decisions.
Since the early 1990s, drug overdoses have been steadily increasing in America.
Most recently, this statistic is fueled by the surge in heroin use across the country.
It's hard to really grasp the lives lost to addictions, such as drug abuse or the generations that will never be.
All because someone took a substance they shouldn't or mixed two drugs that can't be mixed.
Be mindful of the decisions your teenager is making.
Talk to them.
Be educated.
And don't be afraid to ask for help.
This message is brought to you by the Pike County DARE program.
Together, we can keep our kids safe.
Welcome back to the Pike County Lumber Company halftime show. If you're building it, they have it for you at Pike County Lumber Company on the west edge of Pittsfield, 285-6115, or stop by and see the Grody's and their staff at Pike County Lumber Company, serving our area for many years and for many years to come. 31-24, Damon, the lead for the squad from Payson Seymour. They kind of took over in that second quarter.
Yeah, they locked down defensively in that second quarter, holding Western to just 4 points. The Wildcats came out on fire in the first quarter, knocked down all 4 of their 3-point attempts. They just weren't able to get it going there in the second quarter, and that's because Payson really picked up their defensive intensity. Not a lot of turnovers for Western, but just not the quality of shot that they were getting in the first quarter.
Some of that was because Jacob Gertz was in foul trouble, and the other fact that they've kept Preston Wellman pretty much in check at this point, just those 3 points, and he's been in double digits each of the games they've played in this tournament so far.
Yeah, and Kyle Colgrove came out as well for Western in that first quarter, hit some big shots, hit the shot as time expired. But then you have on the other side for Payson Seymour, Trevor Voss, the senior. He wants to win this Winchester Invitational Tournament. He's come out with 16 of his team's 31 points, having for 5 rebounds, 3 of them on the offensive glass. He's really just been the difference maker out there for the Indians.
For the squad from Western, they faced a 14-point deficit in the quarterfinal against Rout. They came back and won that game in overtime. No offense to Rout, but Western is facing a little different animal in Payson Seymour tonight. It's going to be a tough task, but only down 7.
Well, but you talked about it early on. Those first few minutes of each half are key for Payson Seymour, because if they can come out and get the momentum going early, watch out. So Western's got to come out. Western will be on defense to start this half. They've got to come out and get a few stops and try to get things going again on the offensive end.
Tonight's broadcast brought to you in part by Damon Emmerich at the Farmers National Bank of Griggsville. Talk with Damon for your auto, home, business, or farm loan today, 285-1943 in Pittsfield. They also have locations in Griggsville and Mount Sterling. Damon would be glad to meet you for lunch somewhere as well. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. It's the Pike County Lumber Company halftime show. Well, Damon, unfortunately for you, they mispronounced your name if they drew you for the prizes here for the Sports Boosters, but the same lady won a 65-inch TV and a KitchenAid mixer. Pretty lucky.
Did anybody catch the name and address of who won the barbecue for 20?
Yeah, we're trying to hunt them down and maybe make a contact with that, because we would be glad to be a couple of the 20, because really, who has 20 people they actually like? You might as well invite us instead.
I have 2 friends, let alone to add a number on the end.
31-24, Payson Seymour the advantage. A final break of the Pike County Lumber Company halftime show. We'll kick off the second half after this.
Liberty Village, where neighbors are friends and life is carefree, simply the finest.
As we get older and wiser, we understand more completely that few choices in life are black and white. And one of the most difficult choices can be deciding when it's time for a family member to move into assisted living. Hi, this is Angela Lee from Liberty Village of Pittsfield, and that's why among our many choices here, we offer the Hawthorne Inn. Our Hawthorne Inn is perfect for those who just need a little assistance in their daily lives. It offers personalized care from a highly trained staff 24 hours a day. And while the suites and amenities are elegant, our Hawthorne Inn is affordable. So if you're worried about a family member living on their own, consider the Hawthorne Inn at Liberty Village of Pittsfield. To schedule a tour for your loved one or for more information, visit www.libertyvillageofpittsfield.com or call 217-285-5200.
Liberty Village, where neighbors are friends and life is carefree, simply the finest.
When it comes to field trial results, have you ever thought,
so what? That's not my field.
That's why we're introducing My Field Applied Research from FS, the new on-farm research and analysis tool offering ongoing insights for your farm. Going far beyond field trials, our team will come to your farm and conduct applied research on new products and practices, so you can get the highest profit per acre. Ask your FS crop specialist about My Field Applied Research and discover
what's next for my field.
24, the advantage for Payson. Seymour on top of Western here at the halftime break. Second half, we'll get it kicked off with Pike County Collectibles. They buy and sell gold, silver, jewelry, and antiques. They'll pay top dollar, and they'll pay cash, the cold, hard kind, at the Anstead Family's Pike County Collectibles, 125 North Madison on the square in Pittsfield, 285-50-58. It will be Payson Seymour basketball to start the second half. They've got Kennedy, Voss, Lance and Lucas Luce, and Travis Johnson on the other side. Western's got Billings, Malone, Wellman, Gertz, and the fifth man, Colgrove.
Western's got to find a way to keep the ball out of the hands of Voss and make one of the other Indians try to score. Haven't seen either of the Luces try to take a shot. Maybe try to get them to do that if you're Western.
At top, Lucas Luce with the basketball. A play they like to run to start the second half would be a backdoor pass to Voss on a lob, if they can get it. Kennedy with the basketball. He'll throw a pass. It's tipped by Colgrove, but run down out by the half-court line by Lucas Luce. 7:35 to play in the third quarter. Just underway here. A 7-point lead for Payson in the basketball. Lance Luce fakes the three, drives baseline, beats everybody, and scores. He's got another two. 4 points for him now?
He's got 4, and it's the largest lead of the night for Payson Seymour at 9.
A 9-point lead. Voss was going for a big steal there and missed it. Billings clears it out top to Malone. They take enough time, though, that Payson's Voss is able to recover on the defensive side. Billings, left wing over to Wellman. Wellman going to fire a three, and it's in and out, no good. A rebound pulled in by Johnson for Payson Seymour. He'll take it into the front court on the bounce. He'll throw it down low and throw it away. Stolen away by Malone. Malone will turn and take it into the front court. Left side, Colgrove, 15-footer too hard. Rebound tipped, and Voss hucks down the board for Payson Seymour. A minute and some change into this third quarter. Payson a 9-point lead, working on more. Luce out to Kennedy. Top of the key, Lance Luce gets it back. He'll set it up in the half court here. 6:35 to play in this third quarter. A 9-point lead for the Indians. Looking to add to it here. With it, Travis Johnson. Skips it over to Kennedy. Kennedy dribble drive inside to Johnson. Out to Voss for a three. Good. Voss from downtown. He's got 19. And the lead is 12. 36-24. 6:15 to play in the third on the Wake Cool Collision Center scoreboard. Western needs to answer. Colgrove, right side, Wellman. Wellman going to shoot a step-back shot just inside the arc, and he knocks it down, and a timeout by Western. We'll pause as well. 6:03 to play third quarter. 36-26. Indians lead the Wildcats. Back in a minute.
In agriculture, you need to work with a company that understands your business. At Compeer Financial, we work in agriculture every day. We are the leading provider of financial solutions, offering products and services specific to farmers. Our loans and leases have flexible terms, including long-term fixed interest rates designed to fit your operation. Looking to buy land, increase your storage, or need an operating line of credit? Give us a call or stop by our office at 54th and State in Quincy. At Compeer Financial, we champion the hopes and dreams of rural America.
When it comes to achieving big yields, success is in the genetics. And at LG Seeds, it's not just the genetics of our seed corn. It's the genetics of who we are. From our dealers out in the field to our scientists back in the lab. At LG Seeds, we are focused on the total success of our customers.
Find out how it works for your farm. Call Gene Myers at 653-4193 or Eric Lakin at 473-6068. Our seed, your soil, total success.
Back to live action, 5:55 to play in the third quarter. A 36-26 lead for Payson Seymour on top of Western after the Wildcat timeout. Kennedy, dribble drive inside, ball stripped and stolen away. Turnover number 7 for Payson Seymour. Malone and Boss going at it in the backcourt. Malone across, leaves it right side to Colgrove. He'll work it out of a double team to Wellman. Mata got away with traveling. And doing the birdie out here was Dave Bishop. The three-point shot is up and good. Who made that?
That was Gertz.
With
Gertz has
three.
got 13.
I was so infatuated.
I was waiting for the cha-cha slide.
With the fact that Dave was dancing out there.
The mashed potato.
Down low with it is Luce. Out to Kennedy. Top of the key, Lance Luce.
The washing machine.
5:13 to play in the third quarter. Might have been the excited
The shopping cart.
Down low, Lance Luce. Shot up no good. Hangs in the air and is fouled.
And I know the names of no other dances now. So we'll go back to live action where Lance Luce is going to go to the line to shoot 2 free throws, as he was fouled on the shot by Preston Wellman. That's Wellman's third. First team foul of the half against the Wildcats. It's a 36-29 Indians lead. Luce's first free throw attempt is up, and it is good.
Your friends at C&B Bank and Trust would like to invite you to stop in as you begin planning for the future. Call loan officers Jim Sanderson or Shelley Martin in Pittsfield. Member FDIC and equal opportunity lender.
Luce makes a pair. Luce has 4 points in the half as his team's lead is back out to 9.
38-29, 3 minutes into this third quarter. Malone has the basketball for Western. Works it out top to Gertz. Dribble drive inside. He will pull up for a shot. A lot of contact, no call on the jump shot. The rebound down to Kennedy. DeVos, look out into the front court. Full speed ahead. Layup up and good. Trevor Voss, have a night, young man. 21. And we're still about halfway through this third quarter. Top of the key, Malone gets it to Colgrove. He goes about full speed as every time he touches the ball. Now that ball hits off his foot or Voss's foot. Must have been Voss's foot before it went out of bounds. The only thing I would say about Colgrove when he puts it on the floor like that is he doesn't necessarily always have his eyes up looking underneath to see if he could get somebody open. But he's young, just a sophomore. As is Wellman, the point guard, who's got the ball out front. He'll work at top of the key to Gertz. They're trying to get him free. Lob pass down low, thrown away. Turnover number 7. Johnson with the steal into the front court for Payson. Out to Voss. Right side of Lucas Luce. To Kennedy. Free throw line Johnson. Out to Lucas Luce. Wide open but does not shoot the three. DeVos out front. Down low to Johnson. The layup blocked by Wellman. The rebound to Malone. 4 minutes to play in this third quarter. Now Western just turns it over. There wasn't a Payson Seymour player within, 30, 40 feet of anybody back there?
Just a turnover you can't have if you're the Wildcats, and it will be Seymour Indians basketball. 4 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Payson with the 40-29 lead. They've led by as many as 12, and they've got a chance to add to their 11-point advantage.
Lucas Luce with the basketball. Works it to Lance Luce in the corner to Voss. Voss with Billings on him. Off of the screen. Pull-up shot just inside the arc. He missed it this time. Rebound Travis Johnson had it for a moment. Now it's still loose, and finally comes free to Billings. Billings is such a good player on both sides. Here's Gertz on a drive-in. Little floater up, won't go. Gets his own rebound. Forces it back up. Won't fall, but he's fouled. And Gertz will shoot 2.
Will be the first foul of the half against Payson Seymour. Will be the first 2 free throw attempts of the night against, or for Western, that is, as the foul was against Lucas Luce. That's his first. Gertz' free throw attempt is good.
Country Expressions invites you to stop in for great gifts for your family and friends, no matter the occasion. Brooke offers one-of-a-kind ideas for that special someone. 217-242-4107.
Gertz makes a pair. He's got 15.
Here's a pass into the front court, tipped by Colgrove out of bounds. It'll stay with Payson Seymour underneath. 40-31, Payson on top, 3:31 to play in the third. On their white uniforms, it says Seymour, and on the blue uniform, it says Payson. They're Payson Seymour. Now they'll have a turnover, no matter who you call them.
It's their 8th.
The Seymour name actually came from a young man who was playing baseball back in 1915, was hit in the chest and died. His family donated some money to the school and his memorial, and they named the school after him. So Seymour High School. It's been around for a long, long time. 3:20 to play in this third quarter. Billings hands the ball off to Colgrove, top of the key Malone. Dishes it to Gertz. Gertz with the dribble drive inside. Going to try to go at Voss. Shot up too hard. Rebound down to Johnson. He'll clear it to Kennedy. In transition into the front court. He'll work on the power dribble down low. Shot up no good, but he traveled. Hop, skip, and a jump. The sprinkler, huh? I didn't realize Grant Huber could text. 3:05 to play in the third
Spelled
quarter.
every word right there, fellas.
Well, used a couple that he knew. Here's Gertz with the ball to Malone. Left side over to Malone. Now they'll swing it right side to Wellman. Wellman looks down low to Billings on the baseline. His shot is up too hard. Rebound is pulled in by Voss. How many boards for him now?
Voss has got 7 to go along with 21 points.
And now he's got it stripped away. Yep, Malone to Colgrove for the layup, and it's down to a 7-point lead. 40-33, 2:35 remaining in the third quarter on the Way Cool Collision scoreboard. Out front with it, Voss. Voss going to go at Billings. He has it stolen away by Wellman. Wellman on the run out into the front court. Finds Malone on a pull-up 8-footer. Counted, and it's down to a 5-point game. Wildcats on a run. 40-35, 2:13 to play in the third. Western not going away just yet. Lucas Luce with the basketball. Right side gets it over to Kennedy. Between the circles, Voss. Voss had a big game the last time these two teams played. I think 27 is what he put up in the Pittsfield tournament when they got together. Johnson will pull it out in the corner to Voss. Voss will dribble it out on the wing. Little one-on-one action against Malone. Now to Lucas Luce. Left side, Kennedy. 1:43 to play in the third. Neither team doing much substituting here in the third quarter. Here's Lance Luce on a drive. Shot no good, but fouled. And he'll shoot 2.
Wildcats had a chance to step in right there and draw a charge. Instead, they reached in, and they're going to send Luce to the line as Gertz is whistled for his 3rd foul, 2nd foul of the half against the Wildcats. Lance Luce back to the line for Payson Seymour. He's got 6 points, 2 for 2 from the line there this evening. First one from him, and in and out, no good.
Midstate Insurance Agency serving the area with 3 locations, Pittsburgh, Griggsville, and Jacksonville. For all your insurance needs, call Glenn, Julie, Seth, Angela, or Jason, 285-1300.
The senior Lance Luce is up with the good second, and it is good. Going to allow Coach Brian Ray a chance to bring in a few subs and reset his defense. Lucas Luce and Voss are going to take a seat for the Indians.
Western has stayed pat with these 5 throughout the night in this, third quarter, and really you saw Howell and Rube a little bit in the first half along with Schober, but nobody for very long, and now Billings has the ball stripped away and a turnover on Western, their 9th. Kennedy into the front court, a 6-point Payson Seymour lead, 1:20 to play in the third. Lance Luce with it on the wing. He'll throw it out top to Johnson. Johnson patient, gets it to Brown. Brown will go to Ward between the circles. Tries the dribble drive, bounces on the baseline to Brown. Out to Johnson. Top of the key with it is Kennedy. Over on the left wing to Luce. Back out to Brown, now Kennedy. A minute to play in the third quarter. Kennedy going to try the dribble drive. Shot up on the floater, won't go. Malone grabs another board. He'll turn and take it himself into the front court. He wants to attack down low without Voss out there. Between the circles now to Colgrove. Works it on the right wing. Throws it out front to Gertz. Gertz on a dribble drive inside. Floater up. No good, but he's fouled, and he'll shoot 2 shots.
Gertz will go back to the line where he just knocked down a pair earlier as the senior's got 15 points, 5 of them here in the third quarter. He was fouled on the shot by Lance Luce. That's Luce's 2nd. Just the 2nd foul of the half against Payson Seymour, who has the 41-35 advantage. 41.3 seconds to play, third quarter action here of the championship game, as Jacob Gertz's first free throw attempt is up, and it is good.
Illini Express reminds you, don't let the flu season get you down. Illini Express walk-in clinic open 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday on the southwest corner of the Pittsfield Square.
Cole Schwartz in for the Indians as Kennedy takes a seat. On the other side, checking back in for Western is Nick Howell as Preston Wellman takes a seat. Wellman's got 3 fouls. Coach Curtis Stout doesn't want him to pick up a 4th the last 41 seconds of the third quarter. Gertz knocks down his 2nd. He's got 17.
41-37, 38 seconds to play in the third. Brown jumped and came down on it. He knew he got away with travel. He shot up no good. A rebound down to Billings. Billings outlet pass to Malone into the front court. 30 seconds to play in the third. Drives inside, does Malone. Shot up no good. Foul, and he'll shoot a pair. Western attacking down low, but without Voss out there.
Yeah, Western does a nice job here. Coach Brian Ray trying to buy Trevor Voss just a little bit of time here at the end of the third quarter. And as a result, Dalton Malone attacked the basket, drew the foul on Tristan Brown. And Dalton Malone is at the line where his first free throw attempt is in and out, no good.
Schober into the game. Gertz takes a chair.
Gertz has those 3 fouls. Don't want him to pick up a 4th. And if Dalton Malone can knock this one down, it'll bring us back to a one-possession game as it's 41-37. 26.8 seconds to play in the third quarter. Malone's second is good.
26.2 seconds left in the quarter. Stolen away by Howell. Another Payson turnover into the front court. Gets the ball to Colgrove. He'll drive in, leave it out to Howell. Top of the key, Billings. A 3-point game with 12 seconds left in the third. Schober with it left wing. Tries the drive. Right side Howell. Out top to Malone with 6. He'll go a little isolation here. Has it on the right wing. Got to get a shot off just inside the arc. It's short. And we've played 3 quarters. After 3, it's Payson 41, Western 38. Don't you dare go away. Back in a minute.
Do you have headaches? Do you suffer from back or neck pain? If so, I'm here to help. Hi, I'm Dr. Chris Lanham. My offices are located directly across from the Dairy Ripple at 200 South Madison. To reach me, our office number is 285-6300. That's 285-6300. We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 6, and Saturdays by appointment. My offices are located directly across from the Dairy Ripple at 200 South Madison, where we can have you pain-free in no time.
It's never too late to plan, and Eagle One Investments can help. My name is Chris Little, and I can answer questions you may have about investing your money. Through Securities America Incorporated, Eagle One Investments offers a diversified and comprehensive list of quality products and services. So call me, Chris Little, at 285-1800 for a free consultation.
Securities offered through Securities America Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Christopher Little, registered representative. Advisory services offered through Securities America Advisors. Eagle One Investments and Securities America are unaffiliated.
Just about set for fourth quarter play-by-play. We've got a good one going here as after 3, it's 41-38. Payson Seymour over Western. Western basketball to start the fourth quarter. Western's 14-31 from the field in this one for 45%. Payson Seymour 16-38 for 42%.
Western with the ball down 3 to start this final quarter. Here's a lob pass and thrown away. Turnover number 10, and here's Voss on the run out into the front court. Layup up and no good. Rebound pulled down by Colgrove for Western. He wants to push into the front court. Down low to Gertz, up off the glass and in for 2. And it's a 1-point game. 7:35 remaining, 41-40. The advantage for Payson shaved down to 1. They led by 12 in the third quarter. Ross with the basketball right side for the Indians. Out top to Johnson. Steps inside the arc, free throw line, jump shot, good. Travis Johnson said somebody should guard me. How many for Johnson on the night?
Johnson's got 6 points and 5 boards in this one.
He's been a kid who's been in double figures quite a bit this season. Gertz with the ball right side, leaves it out top to Colgrove. A 3-point game again, just over 7 minutes to play. Billings with their right wing. Drives inside, now kicks it out to Malone. Billings has been quiet here in the third quarter. After having a nice first half with 7 points, he was unable to score. They'll need him to maybe get some more looks here in this final quarter if they're going to complete the comeback, they being Western. Gertz top of the key. He'll try the drive in, dishes it right wing to Wellman. 6:40 to play. To Gertz in the corner, drives against Voss, and Voss puts both hands on him, and it's called for the foul.
That's Voss's second. Just the 4th foul of the half against Payson Seymour. So 6:39 to play in the fourth quarter. Payson Seymour with the lead, 43-40, as Preston Wellman will trigger the inbounds pass underneath his own basket for the Wildcats. Gets it into Jacob Gertz. 3-pointer up and good. Gertz ties us at 43.
Tied at 43, 6:30 to play on the Way-Cool Collision Center scoreboard. And all the way back have come the Wildcats in this one. Out top with it, Luce. Works it to Lance Luce from Lucas that time. Between the circles to Johnson. Johnson on the left side to Voss. Looks for an opening, puts it on the floor. Ball tipped and run down by Voss out front. He is near the sideline against Colgrove. Now to Johnson, 6:05 remaining. Johnson playing out front along with Voss. So they're really spreading the floor, not trying to post anybody up in particular at this point in time. Voss gets it top of the key against Colgrove. Right wing to Schwartz, thought about the 3, got the defender off of his feet. Now he steps back, thought about the 3. Ball comes to Lance Luce, who dribble drives inside. He lost it, that's off of his foot and out of bounds. It'll be Western ball.
Turnover number 13 against the Indians. So the Wildcats will have the basketball. with a chance to retake the lead and give us our 4th lead change of the ballgame.
5:39 to play in the 4th quarter. Those leads were all held early in the first half, though. In the first quarter, Gertz for the 3 and the lead. In and out, won't fall. Rebound down to Voss. He's going to push it full speed ahead into the front court on the bounce. Dribble drive inside, lost it and turned it over. Turnover number 14, and then a reach-in foul on Johnson.
That'll be the 5th foul of the half against Payson Seymour. It was their 14th turnover as Travis Johnson is whistled for his 3rd foul. That previous possession for Western, the ball couldn't go any further down and come out than it did for Jacob Gertz, who's starting to heat up again. He had 10 in the first half, and he's got 22 here in the second half. And Trevor Voss takes a seat for Payson Seymour with 5:10 to play here in the contest.
Gertz drives in against Johnson. Pull up, off-balance shot, no good. Johnson with the rebound for the Indians. He wants to push into the front court on the baseline to Lance Luce. Fakes. Kicks it out between the circles. Lucas Luce to Schwartz for 3. Good. Cole Schwartz with another tray. 46-43 advantage Payson Seymour, 4:50 remaining. Wellman with the basketball to Gertz, out top to Malone. Malone will leave it left side, Colgrove. With the right-handed bounce, he'll back his way in, spin move, shot up, no good, forced it. And the rebound down to Schwartz for Payson Seymour. 4:33 to play. Kennedy with the ball into the front court. He works the pass to Schwartz, 4-3 again, no good. And on the rebound is Wellman. For the squad from Western. Malone, pull-up jump shot is good. He's pretty good off the dribble. Just 5 points on the night, but it cuts it down to a 1-point game, 4:09 to play. Top of the key with the ball, Lance Luce. Looks down low. Lucas Luce free down low. Now fakes, is caught in the lane, close to 3 seconds. Needs to go up and does. Scores. Luce is about as tentative as we've seen him on the offensive side all season. Has his first 2. Looked like he was just scared to even put that one up, but got it to go. 48-45, 3:49 to play. With the basketball, Billings breaks free. Leaves it out top to Colgrove. Had to run it down. Now Billings right wing against Schwartz. Beats him on the drive, and Schwartz called for the block.
That'll be Schwartz's second. 16 foul against the Indians, so the Wildcats will shoot the 1 and bonus, but big development right here is one of the Wildcats is down, and that looks like it might be Billings. Billings tweaked his knee, maybe knees collided there, but he's up as Trevor Voss checks back in for Payson Seymour as Lance Luce is going to go to the bench. Is he cramping out there?
I don't know. He's trying to stretch, it looks like there. Just something's not quite right, and the referee's doing a good job and wiping up some sweat off the floor to give him a chance to kind of stretch out. 3:40 to play in the 4th quarter. 48-45 the lead for Payson Seymour on top of Western on the Waco Collision Center scoreboard. And Billings gets a little water, and he looks to be okay. Out of bounds underneath here for the Wildcats, down by 3. Wellman to trigger it in. He looks for an opening, gets it to Billings right side. Tried to go in, and it's swiped away. Turnover number 11. Kennedy with the steal into the front court. He'll drive it inside. Pull up for a shot off the window too hard. Tip up by Kennedy, won't fall. And Malone trying to grab a board, and he's got it. And is fouled by Lucas Luce.
So to the other end is going to go Malone to shoot the 1 and bonus as Lucas Luce picks up his second, team foul number 7. Dalton Malone to the other end for the Western Wildcats. He's 1 for 2 from the line. His team trailing 48-45 with 3:26 to play here in the 4th quarter. Championship action. Payson Seymour, Western Wildcats, but before the free throw, we'll have a timeout. We'll take it to 48-45, 3:26 to play, 4th quarter action. Back in a minute.
Jill Cook, physical therapist and newest member of the Advanced Physical Therapy Pittsfield team.
I'm excited to join Lorraine in offering my skill set to the Pittsfield area. I'm happy to work with the area's providers to help bring you the best physical therapy and healthcare possible. We work for and with our patients to get them back to the game of life.
Advanced Physical Therapy, a partner of Illini Hospital located at 128 West Washington. Advance is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. It is their mission and their passion to help you advance.
Central State Bank has all the latest technology as well as old-fashioned and neighborly service. Do your banking either way you wish. Our interest in our customers is long-term, compounded annually, and appreciated daily. You're not just a name or number to us, you're a part of our family. We care about you and your family, and if we can help you and yours to fulfill your dreams and goals, we will. We are friends doing business with friends. Keep Central State Bank central to your banking needs. Visit us in Quincy, Clayton, Pleasant Hill, or Kinderhook. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
In the contest, 48-45 advantage here for Payson Seymour, and Malone at the free throw line for Western.
He's 1 for 2 from there in this one. He's shooting the one and bonus. His first attempt is up and no good. Tanner Kennedy with the rebound for the Indians. That's his 6th.
Into the front court, Voss, so you missed the front end of a 1-and-1, down by 3, 3:18 to play, does Western. Now you've got to buckle down and get a stop if you're going to try to make the comeback in this one. Kennedy, down low, Lucas Luce, shot up is good. Luce with another 2, 4 here in the quarter. Makes it 50-45 Indians, 3 minutes to play. Malone with the basketball, left wing, that is to Colgrove, out top Billings, to Gertz. Gertz trying to get free, can't do so, gives it off to Billings. Payson trying to win their 3rd tournament of the season. Here's a dribble in by Malone to Gertz for a 3, it's short. Rebound, Gertz follows the shot, drives in, runner-up is no good, but he's fouled and will shoot a pair.
Gertz will go back to the line where he is 4 for 4 from there. Gertz has 22 of his team's 45 points as he drew the foul against Travis Johnson, who was whistled for his 4th. The senior Gertz looking to make this a 1-possession game. He can do it if he makes them both. He does on the 1st.
Your local McDonald's on Washington Street in Pittsfield. They have breakfast all day plus specialty drinks and a full menu. You're loving it at your hometown McDonald's.
It's a 1-possession game, 50-47, 2:41 left to play in regulation.
Lucas Luce to Kennedy with the ball for Payson Seymour. Left wing Schwartz throws it out front. That's to Lucas Luce. Now to Johnson. 2:30 to play. 50-47. Payson Seymour with the lead and the ball on the Waco scoreboard. Schwartz breaks free for a moment, and now a foul going to be called against Gertz.
That's Gertz's 4th. Team foul number 3. So Jacob Gertz has to play smart. The senior is the leading scorer out there for the Wildcats, but he just picked up his 4th foul with 2:23 to play in the ballgame.
Gertz has 24 points in the ballgame. By far his largest output of the season. Inbounds pass goes out front to Johnson. Johnson looks down low, nothing going. He'll throw it between the circles to Lucas Luce. With 2:15 remaining, little give and go. Luce gets it back. Shot put up is good. Gertz probably lucky not to pick up his 5th right there. He was really slapping down on it. 5-point lead again for Payson, 52-47, 2:04 remaining. Wellman hands it to Malone. Malone with a crossover, looking for an opening. Backs his way in. Turnaround shot, floater no good. Rebound to Johnson for Payson Seymour. He'll throw the pass out to Lucas Luce. He wants to push it. 1:50 to play in the 4th. The Voss going up for 2, and it's good again. Voss with 23. 54-47, a 7-point lead with 1:43 to play. Wellman drives inside. Shot up is good. And a quick timeout by Western. We'll pause as well. 1:39 remaining, 54-49. Payson on top, back in 30 seconds.
Pikeland Motors offers you 2 locations to better serve you. Find a great selection of quality used vehicles at 804 West Washington. Or for new car sales and service, visit Pittsfield Square. Pikeland Motors has a full-service body shop. ASC-certified mechanics that can work on all makes and models. They offer 24-hour towing, free estimates, and a free loaner car while your vehicle's in the shop. When it comes to your next vehicle purchase, buying local keeps your tax dollars right here at home. Pikeland Motors, your local Buick GMC dealer. Call 285-2196 on the web at pikelandmotors.com.
1 minute, 39 seconds left in the contest. Payson Seymour has a 54-49 advantage. You know, the problem for Western, Damon, is they've only got 3 team fouls. So they're going to need to play very physical here.
And you've got to make sure that Jacob Gertz isn't the one to foul us. He's got 4 fouls. I think you try to get a steal here.
Gertz is out of the game.
If you don't get the steal right here, take the foul. Get close to the and 1. Or the 1 and bonus, I should say.
Johnson with the ball in the backcourt. He works it across. 1:34 remaining. In the corner it goes, and a whistle here. Somebody's got blood, and that's Johnson.
Blood.
He's got a scrape.
He was looking at his
arm.
elbow going into the last timeout, so he's going to have to take a seat. Lance Luce back in, and another ball handler is going to come into the game for the Indians as Rube's going to check back in for the Wildcats, and Wellman's going to take a seat. Wellman's got 3 fouls, so if they're going to try to foul here, they don't want Wellman to be the one to foul either.
1:32 to play. Down by 5 is Western. Inbounds pass comes to Schwartz with really nobody pressuring him. They've got to build up some fouls in a hurry, does Western. They'll work it out top to Kennedy. He's fouled by Colgrove, 1:23 remaining.
Coach Curtis Stout finally had to yell out at his squad, foul, as Matt Schover is going to check in. Rube's going to go to the bench for the Wildcats. I think Rube was supposed to come in and foul on that last possession. He didn't do it, so Schover comes in, and we'll see if he tries to pick up a quick foul.
Voss will be the man to throw it in for Payson Seymour. They don't guard the inbounder here. Ball comes into loose to Voss with 1:20 remaining. Malone tries to poke it away and is called for the foul, his third.
His third, 15 foul, so a minute 19 to play, and Payson Seymour is still not in the bonus as Western has just 5 fouls, but we're going to have a timeout on the floor.
30-second break, 1:19 to play, 54-49, Payson on top, back in 30 seconds.
This is Ed Logan of Logan Agri-Service. We think we're the best retailer for seed, chemicals, fertilizer, and petroleum products, but sometimes we have to ask for another opinion. My grandson, Fletcher Davis, is with me today, and we'll ask him. Fletcher, who is the best ag retailer around?
You are, Grampy.
Now, there's the answer from a totally unbiased source, Logan Agri-Service, serving agriculture since 1962. Good job, buddy.
Thanks, Grampy.
Seconds to play, 54-49, the lead for Payson Seymour on the Waycool Collision Center scoreboard. Waycool Collision Center located on Jackson Street in Pittsfield, 285-1231, the collision repair experts. Payson ball underneath their own hoop here. Western with 5 team fouls now, and they're down by 5. Inbounds pass comes out front to Voss. Voss has the ball, nobody really guarding him. Now they'll get it to Luce, back to Voss for the layup is good. Voss another 2. And a timeout taken by who?
I think it's Western.
Western calls a timeout. And with 1:06 to play, 56-49 is the advantage for Payson Seymour, and they're asking, we'll keep it right here, they're asking about something, and I heard the one official say we need to get together, and they're going to decide whether or not the ball had been inbounded and Payson can run the baseline, or excuse me, Western can run the baseline, or if it had not been in by the time the timeout was granted, which by the way is not the last timeout for Western, but they only have 1 left. Down 5 with 1:06 to play.
This right here is where Coach Brian Ray is going to set up that patented 1-2-2 3/4 court. Doesn't try to necessarily get steals out of it. He wants to just run time off. And with 1:06 to play and Payson leading by 7, the clock is in their favor.
Length of the court to go here for the Western Wildcats. Down by 7, 56-49. Malone will be the man to throw it in.
Gertz and Wellman back out on the court for the Wildcats.
And they're going to get together again now.
Do you remember what we talked about last time we were together?
And they're just going to make sure that they have everything right. Referee's talking about it. And now they're going to have both of the coaches come together to talk about what they have been discussing. And with 1:06 to play, 56-49, the advantage for Payson Seymour, and they will say what? Now they're talking to Brian Ray again. It's really all got to be about running the baseline.
Well, it's really a moot point if Payson's not going to pick up in a full court press.
Which they're not. They're in the 3/4 court. Now they just drop back to play half court. 1:05 to play. Up by 7 are the Indians. Billings with the ball out top to Malone. Left side to Colgrove. Looks for an opening. Down low to Malone. Free in the lane for 2. Makes it 56-51. 53 seconds remaining. Inbounds pass from Kennedy. Finds Voss. Voss into a double team of the backcourt. He'll work it to Kennedy. Kennedy a long pass to Luce. Luce with the ball with 43 seconds left. They'll throw a pass that's tipped, and it's going to be colliding out front. Billings and Voss, they're both okay. Billings will be called for the foul.
Western let a lot of time go off the clock right there without fouling. That was just their 6th foul, so it wasn't even going to put them in the bonus. I understand trying to get the steal, but when you only have 1 timeout, you've got to try to get the foul if you can't get the steal early on. As Schover and Howell back in, Gertz and Wellman take a seat for the Wildcats. 39.4 seconds to play. and Voss to inbound for the Indians.
Problem was Gertz was guarding the man with the ball, and he couldn't foul. Here's Voss going to attack, missed it up the bottom of the rim, but it's fouled, and he'll shoot 2 shots. And he's slow to get up. He's all right, it looks like.
7th foul against Payson, or against Western, as Easton Billings is whistled for that one. Nope, check that. Dalton Malone whistled for his 4th. So Trevor Voss going to take his time, step up to the line to shoot 2 shots. Be Voss's 2nd and 3rd free throw attempts of the night. 0 for 1 from there, but he does have 25 points, and his team has a 56-51 lead as Voss can't make the first. Johnson back in for the Indians as Schwartz takes a seat. Wellman and Gertz back in for Western. Their team trailing 56-51. Also checking back in for Payson Seymour is Christian Ward as Kennedy takes a seat. Trevor Voss at the line, missed his first. 2nd attempt from him is underway, and it is good.
57-51, 36.8 seconds left in the contest. Wellman with the ball into the front court for the Wildcats. Out top, Malone leaves it off to Colgrove. Colgrove with the dribble, and it's stolen away by Ward. Now it's loose and tied up. It'll be Payson ball either way. Turnover on Western, a costly one, their 12th. The sophomore just trying to do a little too much that time off the dribble. In this situation, the ball is, in this point in the game, had to be in Gertz, Malone, or Billings' hands, don't you think?
Oh, I would agree. I think I would have probably tried to give Gertz the ball just to bring it up the court and see if he couldn't pull up a 3. He's got the range. Volleyball line extended.
He's got 24 points in this one. Inbounds pass, Payson having a little trouble getting it in, and 5 seconds called. A 5-second call with 26.1 seconds to play, and here comes substitutes for Western and Payson as they're subbing offense for defense on both sides. It's a 6-point game, 57-51, with 26.1 seconds left. Johnson will tie the shoe now. He's got the wrap on the arm where he had some blood earlier.
Gertz is the inbound man, so he's going to try to get it in, and then they're going to run him into the corner to try to get him a quick 3 would be my guess.
Lob pass out to Billings. Billings will work it on the drive. Pull-up shot. Has to kick it out to Wellman. Wellman pulls up for a 3. No good. Rebound down to Ward for Payson Seymour. Ball knocked loose to Voss. He collides along with Gertz, and Voss is down hard, and he looks to get back up. Still not on his feet yet as Gertz's head hit his leg. And Voss, I think it's just probably a Charlie horse, it looks like here, and he's on his feet. He looks at Brian Ray and says, Coach, I don't know about this one. Voss, of course, had the knee injury last year that kept him out the first 7 games of the season. He's going to go talk to the trainer.
Not an intentional foul right there. There was a loose ball. Gertz was going for it, just hit Voss at the wrong angle, and it doesn't look like it's something, or hopefully it's not something that's serious. As you mentioned, it looked like it was potentially just a Charlie horse, but Voss isn't going to be able to shoot the free throws. So checking in will be Cole Schwartz for Payson Seymour.
Referees huddled together to talk about something again. 15.5 seconds left in this championship game. It's 57-51. The lead for Payson Seymour, and I think Schwartz is the man in to shoot for Voss, to shoot the 1 in bonus.
Schwartz has got 9 points in this one. Hit 3 threes for the Indians, who lead 57-51, 15.5 seconds to play. Western just 1 timeout remaining as Schwartz's free throw attempt is up, and it is good. So give Schwartz 10 in this one. His team's lead is a 3-possession game now. It's a 58-51 Seymour Indians lead, 15.5 seconds to play. Second one from Schwartz is also good.
59-51, 15 seconds left. Wellman will pick it up at the half-court line. Drives in the middle, kicks it left side. Colgrove, a deep 2 is no good. Rebound tipped and pulled in by Lucas Luce, and he can just dribble this one out. Western will not foul, and the Payson Seymour Indians will win the 96th annual Winchester Invitational Tournament, 59-51 over the Western Wildcats. Quite a game. Congrats to both teams, and Payson's your champion. We'll talk about it on the Heaton Chevrolet Arctic Refreshment Services Pepsi postgame show following this 2-minute timeout.
Out with the old, even though it's new at Heaton Chevrolet Artie Cat right now. Kathy Osment, sales lady extraordinaire, Peter Heaton, the old guy, are ready to get the best deals on remaining 2017s for you. The push is to move the 2017s out, and to do this, Chevrolet has employee pricing again on select models like Tahoes and Silverados. The second program is 20% off select cars like Malibus and Cruises. All at Heaton Chevrolet Artie Cat, minutes away from high prices in Pittsfield. Call 217-285-2189.
The Postgame Show brought to you by Refreshment Services Pepsi. Stop by your favorite retailer on the way home from the game, work, or school for an ice-cold Pepsi product. Can athletes refuel with a bottle of Gatorade? Is it in you? You know the score on the Scoreboard Postgame Show on WBBA and on your school scoreboard because Refreshment Services Pepsi has teamed with most area schools to provide them. Refreshment Services Pepsi, offering you great choices at your local retailer and the sponsor of the Postgame Show.
How come an insurance company thinks 15 minutes is enough time to do a good job?
How come nobody's asked me my idea of financial security? It sounds simple, but my company's never asked me.
How come my financial planner doesn't know anything about insurance?
How come no one explains financial security so that I can understand it?
Country Financial does. Most people don't know there is a company that can help prepare you for tomorrow and protect you for today. At Country Financial, we use our wide variety of tools, from auto and life insurance to retirement and education funding, to create a tangible plan that helps you achieve your idea of financial security.
How come I think this will all take care of itself?
That's one thing that won't happen. So, how come you haven't talked with a Country Financial representative yet? Just call on Country and start planning today. At Country, we always ask, what's your idea of financial security?
Contact Country Financial Agent Mick Wable or Mike Spann.
59-51, the win for the squad from Payson Seymour over Western. Here's who welcome you back to the Heaton Chevrolet Artie Cat Refreshment Services Pepsi post-game show. And the Payson Seymour Indians, the 2-seed, win this tournament over the number 9 Western Wildcats, 59-51. And good tournament here, good championship game, but Damon Payson has too many weapons here in this one, and their big weapon, Jake Voss, had quite the night.
Yeah, every time Western in the second half cut close, Payson made the plays they needed to. And now we'll take a look at some of the final stats from this contest. First off, for the Western Wildcats, they finished the game shooting 19 of 43 from the field for 44%. And they were 7 of 9 from the free throw line. Individual scoring for the Wildcats, 5 players in the scoring column. Kyle Colgrove finishes with 6 points, 7 points apiece for Preston Wellman, Easton Billings, and Dalton Malone. And Jacob Gertz led the way for the Wildcats with 24 points. For the Payson Seymour Indians, they were 23 of 49 from the field for 47%. They attempted 9 free throws and converted on 6 of it. Scoring for the Indians, 3 points for Tanner Kennedy, 6 points apiece for Lucas Luce and Travis Johnson, 7 points for Lance Luce, Cole Schwartz with 11 points, and Trevor Voss led the way in this one for Payson Seymour, finishing with 26 points and 8 rebounds.
Final, a 59-51 win for Payson Seymour. They move to, let's see, 16-1 on the season. Western drops to 9-7, and what a dandy game here. The name of the all-tournament team, we can tell you. And on the Winchester Invitational Tournament, all-tournament team, Trevor Voss of Payson Seymour, Jonah Hopper of North Green, Christopher Nicholas of Porta AC, also Easton Billings of Western, Tanner Susenbach of Brown County, Drew Evans of West Central, also Sean Bell of Triopia, Darian Drake of Brown County, also Dalton Malone of Western, and Zach Thompson of Triopia, the all-tournament team here at the 96th Annual Winchester Invitational Tournament. 59-51, Damon, time to name our Napa Auto Supply, Napa Auto spark plug of the game, and kind of hard to argue with Trevor Voss on this one.
Yeah, Trevor Voss obviously came in and just dominated this game from start to finish. Cole Schwartz came in and had some big plays for the Indians through this one, but Trevor Voss was there from start to finish, finishing with 26 points and 8 rebounds.
Final of the ballgame, a 59-51 win for Payson Seymour. That's going to do it from the 96th Annual Winchester Invitational Boys Basketball Tournament. We thank you all for tuning in this week on 97.5 FM WBBA, and also for all of you who have viewed the tournament live on YouTube at WBBA Sports. Payson Seymour, your champions, 59-51 over the Western Wildcats. For Damon Emmerich and John Hove, Jessica back in the studios of WBBA. I'm Charlie Hill, thanking you for tuning in to 97.5 FM and WBBAradio.com. Payson with the victory. This has been another WBBA Sports presentation.